Good morning. Inside China Business started on YouTube 2 years and 2 months ago. I've been in China since 2012, since May 31, 2012. These are my prayer books, and the most important people in my life are in here, my family and closest friends, my business associates and colleagues, and it's also a chronicle of my Christian walk in China. I put prayer requests down here, and I write down as they're answered and move on. I pray them every day, and every day I pray for also the peace of countries and nations, the leaders back home and the leaders here. And for many years, I was praying, among many other things, that God would bring reform to China, that there would be a lot of changes here. And it was just something that I always did. It's something I did for years and years. And one day I was in my living room in one of those buildings behind me, and I was praying that. And God spoke to me. He said, I need you to stop doing that right now. I am using China to bless the world, and I need you to start paying attention. And he spoke to me as clearly as if he were sitting there right with me in my living room. I heard it audibly. Stop doing that right now. I'm using China to bless the world, and I need you to start paying attention. And at the time, it happened in my life where it was a funny time. I had been asked to teach a course at a university here in supply chain management, supply chain optimization. And it was from University of Arkansas. And University of Arkansas in the United States is partnered with Walmart, the huge retail supergiant. And as I was putting information and material together to teach the course, I wanted to find case studies that the Chinese students would apply to them, so they could see how Chinese supply chains work. And I came to realize that I had everything upside down, that it was actually China who owned the supply chains. It was China who did supply chain optimization. And all our companies were doing, our top companies, were just taking products designed here, manufactured here, and put our company's names on the side. I started looking for examples of products that we made in other markets that we did not need China for. I know that there's guys who can chop down trees in North Carolina and Pennsylvania and make good furniture. I'm talking about mass-produced, manufactured products. And it became kind of an obsession of mine when COVID came and I had a lot of free time. I wanted to find examples of products that we didn't need China to build. And I'm still looking. And that caused me to examine everything else. I started going through old notes of people I met in Shanghai, people who are the architects of the financial system, and remembering the things they would explain to me, and the things that were right in front of me that I saw but didn't understand. I was talking without listening to what was happening here. I know how it looks. I know how it sounds when we explain that I put prayers on, that we are praying for you, that in the closing scenes especially you can hear us praying for the viewers of this channel. And it's because we cannot afford, you cannot afford to waste years of your life the way I did, where I had the benefit of standing here in China and seeing it for myself, and I still wasn't seeing it properly. I hope and pray for you that you do not waste decades of your life, as I did, because we don't have decades to lose anymore. So, I get messages and emails, phone calls even, from people saying, it looks strange that you do that. You shouldn't do that. And I don't care. They're staying on. We're going to make a few additions to the channel. We did a test last month in Foshan where we went down to some factories there that I know and did some videos, and they were well received by the channel. We got a lot of positive comments, and we're going to do more of them. That is going to cost us a good bit of money and expense. We're going to be okay on the money. It's going to cost us time, though. These cities in China are far apart. And it's not like the factories are next to the airport. It's still a 2-hour taxi ride after the plane lands. I also arranged to have another man, sometimes two, meet us, friends of mine. One of them is my oldest Christian brother here in China. He is a scientist and engineer with many years of experience. He's also a great translator, and he will accompany us as we go around. He's also a camera guy and our drone pilot, and he needs some time to set up scenes. He's an aggressive drone pilot, by the way, uncomfortably so. In fact, if we ever are told you can't do this anymore, it's probably because of something he did. So we have to arrange the schedules of me and him, and sometimes a third person to help organize those. Like I say, it's going to cost some money, but I think we're going to be okay there. The problem is the time. I have another job. There are a lot more factories contacting us who want now to be featured on the channel that we possibly have time to squeeze in. So we have to manage that carefully. We also have to write them in such a way that they do not sound like an advertisement for the companies. We want to make it thematic, help explain how things are built and done here in China, but without making it seem like a marketing tool for the companies themselves. That's not easy. So we are going to be doing more of that. Expect it. And we wish we could do more, time permitting. Substack is where we put a lot of our transcripts and full reports. When I go on camera, I do make mistakes in grammar. We clean that up in the Substack. We also have more information and details that we don't put on screen because it just makes the videos too long, that often do go on the Substack websites. Schools and universities, we learned early on, are using our materials, and they want a clean transcript of everything along with the source documents where we get everything, and so we put it over there. We make it free. The YouTube is free. We make the videos deliberately short, commercial free there. The Substacks are also free. For those of you who do want to support the channel, who've been very generous in their offers to send us money, thank you. My preference would still be that you use the money instead to help in your local community. There's plenty of poor people around you who could really use the help. Or help your own family. Take your mom out to a nice cup of coffee, or a neighbor. However, if you have a subscription budget and your company's paying for it, or if you've made some money somehow off something you've learned from what we've done here on the channel, then thank you. That helps us defray some of the expenses, and we appreciate it very much. You can do that over on the Substack page, but just know that if you give us money, you're not getting anything extra that we don't give away for free to everyone else. I do read the comments that come in, especially in the first 3 days of the videos dropping. We've actually gotten some great ideas and suggestions from the comment section, including where we put all the source documents. We put them on the first comment and in the video description. That came from a suggestion from a viewer. Other times that have been critical, I realized the viewer was right, and we made some changes. We changed the way a thumbnail looks, we changed the way the graphs appeared later, things like that. I also get great story ideas from viewers. There's about a dozen guys who send me fantastic story ideas all the time. I also get good ideas from the comments themselves, perspectives and points of view from viewers who say you should talk to this person or look into this also. And we do, and we make a story about it later. those are fantastic. Our community here is very well informed and highly engaged, and it makes my job much easier and much more difficult, knowing that I'm being fact checked by very intelligent people out there, and that you have a right to expect high quality work in exchange for the 5 or 6 minutes of your life we ask for a few times a week. I can't tell you how much it means also when you just drop a nice word in saying thank you for the work you're doing. That means more than you can possibly know. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Where are we? This is Kunming. Be good.
We bind up the evil spirits of Islam, of Hinduism, of atheism. We call your spirit to come down in the place. In Jesus' name, the others must flee. Thank you for your word. Thank you for your son.